We're watching the NBA Finals and having anxiety attacks about how fierce and competitive this series has been.
I can't feel my left arm.
And I smell toast.
Then we're discussing LeBron James being nominated as Athlete of the Century by Time Magazine. I guess the journalists at Time Magazine didn't see Space Jam 2.
And finally, the Tony Awards were this past weekend. With Megan Thee Stallion stealing the show, she even had the cast of Schmigadoon twerking.
All that and more on today's episode of the Black and Snerdy podcast.
Adam has arrived.
Hey, Maurice and Odie gonna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snerdy is the best podcast. Gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Gonna make magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health, no, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the GOAT, talking about animation cause you know. Odie, she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snerdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snerdy, ooh. Black and Snerdy, yeah. Black and Snerdy.
Let's fucking go!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snerdy podcast, the only podcast where two sexy black nerds get together to shoot the shit. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorish.
And I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned Snerds here on episode 192 of the Black and Snerdy podcast. This is going to be a redundant question. How are you doing?
I'm feeling fucking fantastic. Fuck yeah. Go Knicks. Fuck the Spurs. Fuck Trump. Fuck Dolan or Dallin, whatever the fuck his name is, who kept New Yorkers from being at the fucking Madison Square Garden. And we pulled that shit fucking through.
Yes, we did.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I will say, save a little bit of that energy for pop topics, but it's okay. I absolutely understand where you're coming from. I am doing well, all things considered. I'm excited. It is great to be alive right now. It is fantastic.
Feels so good to be alive.
And you know what? I'm going to allow you to feel those feelings.
Thank you.
Because you deserve it. Everybody, every New Yorker deserves this
city,
right now.
The state deserves it.
Absolutely. I mean, you repping Ronkonkoma hard right now in these streets, holding it down on the Ronkonkoma line, and just really showing that New York Knick pride. So shout out to all the New Yorkers out there, far and wide. But we will get into that in a little bit.
We shall.
Yeah. Anything else happening before all this? Anything else happening that you are excited about? Yeah.
Well, my birthday is coming up.
Shout out to your birthday.
Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, link in bio.
Yes. I'm sure she will also accept some Bitcoin.
I will. I'm accepting all of it.
Yeah. Get on
cash.
Yeah, get on what is it called? Fucking Poly Market or whatever. Like make some trades go. Kalshi and send that money her way. She wants it.
Thank you. You gotta give it to me.
She deserves it. All right. But no, that's great to hear. I'm excited. I'm also excited and hesitant about celebrating your birthday all weekend.
Why hesitant?
Because these knees weren't made for popping.
But that's just what they'll do.
One of these days, these knees are gonna fucking collapse on you.
The Knicks will give you strength.
Sure they will. The Knickerbockers. But no, it is. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to spending it with you, and I'm looking forward to what comes after. Hopefully, more positive news will be coming next week. But honestly, we don't even have time for that shit because we got to get into the madness.
Woo, woo.
It's not even March, but we got to get into the madness with our pop topics.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick?
Pop topics. obviously I know where you want to start, so we might as well just get into it. The NBA Finals, Knicks versus the Spurs. At the time of recording this, we have just finished watching Game 4. We literally had an entirely different cold open that we were going to say. And as we were recording, we're watching the game play out, and we clearly had to make changes, significant changes.
We had to stop because I couldn't pay attention enough.
Yeah, she couldn't focus
to record the cold open.
Yeah,
it was like 4 minutes left. We had gotten back. We fucking came back from a 29-point deficit.
Yeah, they're
win the fucking game.
News is calling it the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. I would go as far as to say it's the greatest comeback since Hazel Grace.
And that was a great comeback.
Yes, it is.
I feel I'm just feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I can't talk right now, really, because my voice is so hoarse from screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I felt the building shake a little bit because at the point of the buzzer, when there was before the buzzer, when there was just 1 second left, and we got the basket, you could just hear the ball. You could hear all the people in the building shouting and screaming
in our
apartment. Just going crazy. And I am very appreciative to be home.
Me too.
As much as I want to be out there and be in the energy, going back from Madison Square Garden is going to be fucking nuts.
I don't want to be in any of that shit, quite frankly.
But I just feel like I can't believe how far we've come. Look at where we were. Look at where we started.
I can't believe it.
Like, we've done so much. And as a lifelong native New Yorker who has been through so many ups and downs with the Knicks, I feel so optimistic. Okay. Sounds of Blackness should start singing. They should have them at the next freaking, what is it called? Halftime game. Because I think Wu-Tang brought us some luck.
Yeah. I mean, first off, we had to... Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, obviously. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. But also, we had to spiritually wash the bad
juju out,
sort of energy out from the previous Game 3, right?
Earlier today, I saw that this guy was outside of MSG saging the space because we went on Monday night. We were watching Game 3.
It was Tuesday night, right?
Tuesday night.
No, it was Monday. It was Monday.
We were watching Game 3, and of course, the fucking Orange Menace was there, threw off all of the good vibes that we'd been having. They canceled all the various watch parties outside. You couldn't get 10 blocks near the stadium. It was a mess.
It was like collectively New Yorkers, both in the stadiums, around the Madison Square Gardens, all across the country and in the world, and in the bar that we were at. It was all, if we all collectively came together to say, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks!" And every time they showed him on TV, we all collectively booed.
Yeah, they were booing in the stadium. They were booing in the bar.
We understood the assignment.
Yeah,
you know, like the fact that this motherfucker, a sitting president, decided to make it about him and come see the fucking... I don't give a fat flying fuck that he is a lifelong New Yorker and a lifelong Knicks fan. His fat, sleepy ass should have stayed his ass in the White House with his fucking chicken fingers and his Mickey D's and watched the game on TV like every other president would have. But instead, he had to shut down businesses, shut down watch parties, shut down fucking streets, shut down local businesses, all so that he could fucking fall asleep while the game was happening. And it rubbed off on everybody, and that's why the Knicks lost on Game 3.
Yeah, we had a bad time, and I feel like there's been so much joy that's been coming from the Knicks getting this far. Like Mom Donnie, he set up all these great things for people to watch. Like after they canceled the watch parties outside of MSG the first time, he was like, let's get to Central Park. Let's get them to Bryant Park. Like, you just need tickets. Let's go. And that's amazing. But what's his name? James Dolan. He's being a fucking asshole. Okay? Because today, Mom Donnie was like, I've got it, y'all. We're removing all those like barriers so folks can be there. And Dolan's like, no, we need to have the same security protocols. Fuck you, Dolan. Go eat a rotten dick.
Oh, James Dolan, this is how I feel about you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
But I feel like one thing that I'm annoyed about with the finals is mostly the fact that everyday average New Yorkers cannot go. Right?
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift was there tonight. Is Taylor Swift even? She's from like Texas or Connecticut or something.
I don't know where the fuck Taylor Swift is.
From. I don't think she's from New York.
No, she's definitely not from New York. Okay, first off, no. If Taylor Swift was from New York,
Pennsylvania, West Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You know what?
I'm not gonna say.
I know I'm gonna get in trouble with the Swifties, but I'm hitting her with this.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
And it's not her being there. It's more so what she represents, right? There's all these people who are coming to MSG only to watch the game. They do not care about the Knicks. They haven't spent their life rooting for the Knicks.
They don't care about the city.
Very fair weather fans. And they also just have a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And I think that the best part about sports, the reason why they're so popular, the reason why they're so beloved is because for a long time, and the every man, every woman, every them could get a ticket $20, $30. You might be all the way in the fucking rafters, but you're there, you're in the stadium, you're in that moment. When I saw ticket prices for these games, though, I think they said one of the highest tickets was like, I don't know, was it $100,000 or something like that? Crazy.
Insane.
Like, and I feel like to make it hard for the people in this city who want to come out and support, who are, whether they're kids, families, just everyday people wanting to come is fucking bullshit. And they need to work on making these sporting events accessible to everyone. Because every single time something comes, we want to go, we want to support, we want to have that joy. And it's diluted because you cannot even get in the fucking stadium.
For me, and this is also coming from somebody who's not that big of a sports fan, you know, like my sport of choice is wrestling. That's my go-to. But I enjoy the camaraderie of these finals.
Sure.
I enjoy being out amongst the New Yorkers and stuff. It's unified us. It's brought us all together for at least a small period of time and space. We're all Knicks fans. You know what I mean? All of us. But as far as the pricing, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Like once they figured out that they can jack up the price to live events, to sporting events, to anything, it's never going to come back down.
Yeah.
It'll just be the thing that either celebrities and wealthy motherfucking people just do now as like a show of like, hey, look what we can do. Or for us peons, it just suckers us into doing more afterpay bullshit, clarnering our lives away,
getting in debtor's jail.
Exactly. Just so going into debt and selling off our fucking houses and, you know, becoming nomad land bullshit, just so that we can have these once in a lifetime experiences. It's ultimately harmful to, you know, us economically in the long run, but this is capitalism, baby. What are you gonna do? Well, it's almost as if I wish I had a drop of some kind that could explain or summarize what all this is. Oh wait,
this is America.
Well, I am so hopeful because now we've won 3 out of 4 games.
Yes.
There's 7 games.
Yeah. All we have to do is just win that last one, baby.
We just need one more.
We just need
game.
one more. Now, we'll wrap this up by posing this to you because you kind of have a personal stake in this, not just because you are a New Yorker from Ronkonkoma, but because the next game is on Saturday.
It's on my birthday. Well, birthday weekend.
Yes, and there are currently plans in place right now.
There are plans in place, but now I'm trying to finagle plans on top of the plans so that we can watch the game somewhere. Because right now, doing brunch, going to a day party. That day party has to funnel into a game.
It has to.
It has to, because I need to be there. Like, I need to see it. I need to have the energy. That is what's going to propel me into my next year. And if we fucking win on my birthday weekend,
that will be a sight to see. You will be a pig in shit.
Oh my fucking goodness.
You will be a horse in the stable. You will be a rabbit inside of another rabbit. Fastly.
Bang, 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 bang.
Do that thing. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, that's someone to put on the list. Anyhow, but that's for something else.
But I just like, I can't handle it. It's so stressful. And like, these are the best games to watch.
Sure.
Because for me, like, I enjoy I enjoy sports in general. I'm not someone who's going to be like, going to every game, watching every game, and things like that. But like, I love, if I know my team is playing, then I'll be like, okay, let me try to watch. If I just, in general, like if I know it's 2 teams that are really like good together, or like there's heated rivalry or whatever like that, I'm going to watch. But when it's your team, it's your city, and you're coming back from this crazy, like, whirlwind of everything, it means even more, especially because I think it was 1999 when the Spurs and the Knicks were in the finals and the Spurs won.
That I do not remember, or even know, because again, I'm a nerd. I do not sport, but
nerd sport.
I'm not saying nerds don't sport. I'm saying this nerd don't sport. This nerd don't sport. But I have that appreciation. And I think that everybody in their lifetime should be able to see their hometown team in any sport pick up a victory. I was grateful enough to have lived to see the Ravens win the Super Bowl. That was the year that Prince performed Purple Rain in the rain. So I'll always have that memory. And I can only hope that you have that memory too.
Right now.
So you know what? Before we move into the next segment, let's just take a quick cheers in celebration. Whatever happens moving forward, we will always have this moment of celebrating the Knicks in the finals. So raise a glass to the Knicks of us.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us.
I was going to say there was going to be mixed of us. Let's tell the story of tonight. Let's tell the story of tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, and just shout out to Mom Donnie and Chiose for being stalwart fans. For doing what they had to do for the city.
Yes.
They work hard for the money.
So hard for it, honey.
They work hard for us, honey.
Yeah.
And they treat us right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This was like the perfect. This could not have just been more perfect. 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
We just need that one more.
Moving away from a perfect comeback to a questionable
controversy.
I don't even know if it's a controversy, but it's a questionable decision. It's questionable. Choices were made. We're talking about LeBron James and
LeBron James.
And specifically, we're discussing LeBron James being nominated as the athlete of the century by Time magazine.
It's a good cover.
First off, it is a great cover.
It's a great cover. He looks really good. Beautiful picture, all that.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you think that he deserved it?
So here's the thing, right? If we're talking about like the basketball player of the century, I would say no. I could see the argument why it could be yes, but I would also say maybe not. But again, I do see the argument why. But it's not basketball player of the century. It's athlete of the century. And it's first off, it's not even basketball player of the year or athlete of the year. It's it's athlete of the century.
100 years.
100 fucking years. First off, just off the top of my head, when as a nerd who's not even into sport, as I've said before,
a nerd who does not sport.
I'm a nerd who does not sport. Maybe the title of the episode. But as a nerd who don't sport, I can think of a handful of athletes who would probably be, more considered in my mind, athlete of the century. Muhammad Ali, arguably.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking, I can make an argument for Mike Tyson, maybe. I can see it. I can see it for Mike Tyson. Serena Williams, maybe.
Yes.
This is a little touchy, but I could also see Tiger Woods.
I was thinking Tiger Woods, when I first read the article, I was thinking, I thought Serena Williams should get it, right? And so I went in and I was looking up information just about Serena Williams and LeBron James, because I think that generally when we're talking about who's the best athlete of like across all genres,
sure,
and all that, Serena and LeBron always come kind of head to head,
sure,
right? So they are both extremely competitive in their sport.
Yeah.
They have been working within their sport for decades.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? They have changed the game. And then even outside of the game, they have done so much within businesses. They have created opportunities. They're entrepreneurs, all of that. Some things that I will say that I give Serena over LeBron. One, LeBron's wins are not LeBron's wins alone. He has a team.
Sure.
He's not the only person on the court.
Yeah.
Serena comes out there. She, both in singles and doubles, crushes it.
Yes, she does.
But especially in singles, you're not fucking with Serena.
You're not fucking with my team.
And I think also one big part for me is the fact that even after going through a traumatic pregnancy, traumatic birth, 2 times that she's had children, she still has come back. She just recently made her most recent comeback. She did. And I think that it's not to say that LeBron is not an amazing athlete, but I think that we cannot ignore the fact that a man in his career, at the top of his career, and a woman at the top of their career is 2 different things.
Absolutely.
Especially when that woman is a mother.
Yes.
Because he has children. He has 4 or 5 kids, but he never had to take time off to gestate those children,
right?
To birth those children,
right?
To be the main caretaker or anything for those children. He never had to get his body back into fighting shape,
right? I would argue that the only time that he took maybe any time off was to, maybe take a trip to Turkey.
So I think that for that alone, the fact that she has been able to come back after her body went through one of the most traumatic experiences it could ever go through twice and still be at the top of the game the way she is, still have the businesses, the fashion lines, all of her different endeavors. That is what, to me, if I'm talking about we're qualifying someone of the century from our generation, that's who I would pick.
Sure.
Of course, there are athletes. I think that LeBron James won this because of recency bias, because we have so many other athletes throughout.
I mean, even if we were
century.
going recency bias, I would put Simone Biles on there.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? But for me, honestly, like if we were actually talking, like not just the achievements within that sport, but like the impact that they may have had on the culture at large, you got to give it to like Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the man was one of, if not the greatest boxers of all time, and used that power for good and made political statements at the height of his power. He didn't have to do that. He made a choice to do that shit.
And LeBron James is famously on record talking about he loves what Israel's doing. Look, LeBron James is an amazing athlete.
No doubt.
He's amazing.
No doubt. Hands on, he is an amazing athlete with a decently popular shoe. Okay?
Yeah.
But even his shoe isn't as popular as the Jordans.
They're not. Like, if they said Michael Jordan, I could see that.
If they said Kobe, I could see that.
I could see that. Like, you know, there's so...
If they said Shaq, no, I could see that. Sorry, but those general commercials did a number on your legacy, quite frankly.
Pele, because he changed
Another
soccer.
one, Usain Bolt, maybe.
You know,
Jesse. Oh, wait. When was Jesse Owens? Because if we're counting century as like from 1926 to 2026, I don't know about if Jesse Owens would count.
Yeah, 1936 Olympics.
Okay, so then Jesse Owens. You know, he could also be a contender up there. You know, maybe
Wilma Rudolph was I think there's so many groundbreaking.
Maybe even Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people. I think that
Wayne Gretzky.
Well,
He did a
good job.
He made changes in fucking.
He did.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that we can all agree, regardless on where you land, nobody on that list better be from NASCAR. Sorry, but you just sit and go left. Just to sort of wrap this up, what are your final thoughts on LeBron James getting this achievement?
LeBron James is amazing.
Yes, he is.
Amazing basketball player.
Sure.
He has had a relatively scandal-free career, besides whatever Drake has dropped with his beef and all that. But generally, like a family man, great at the sport. He has entrepreneurial things. His school, not doing that well. But he still like has made a lot of impacts for the culture. But to me, if I'm going to pick somebody, I'm going to pick Serena Williams.
Sure.
She's 100% number one for me. If
Sure.
I'm thinking about century and in recent history, what they've been able to do, how they've changed the sport, how they have elevated the sport, I'm gonna do it for her. She's got it.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm still pissed off at her with the GLP-1s.
Sure. Now, for me, I'm just going to leave it at this. Muhammad Ali, greatest boxer of all time, arguably greatest athlete of all time, but for me, definitely greatest principled athlete
Yes.
of all time.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it there, keep it that way. And also, last but not least, yet another fucking list that I think just created some rage bait for the conversation.
Yeah.
And we fell for it, but hey,
We love rage. That's why they're always baiting us with it.
Yes, it's my second favorite bait. I'll let y'all fill in
The blanks.
what the other one is. Moving on to our final pop topic of the evening. And honestly, it's very appropriate that you're wearing that flag in your hair because we're talking about the 2026 Tony Awards / Meg Thee Stallion. Yes. So I don't have a LGBT friendly air horn.
What was the LGBTQIA plus friendly air horn?
First off, I also fall into the LGBTQ plus category, so I feel like I can get away with this. The standard air horn goes like this. I think a gay air horn would go like. Pew, 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 pew. Maybe. I don't know. It was probably the best I could do without being offensive.
I loved it.
Anyhow, but yes.
We can laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, we can laugh at ourselves.
We're here, we're queer, get used to it.
So, over the past weekend, it was the 2026 Tony Awards, hosted by Pink.
Who's never been on Broadway, though she should be, because she's very talented.
Yeah. And honestly, as far as she's, she's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, when she first came out, we thought she was a biracial Black girl.
Yes, we did. We were wrong.
Don't let us get her wrong.
Yeah.
Her race mixed up.
Yeah.
And then she went into like pop punk, alternative, like
sure.
Don't fuck with me. I'm doing pirouettes and fucking hanging from the ceilings. Now she's an acrobat.
Okay, so Pink is 46 years old.
And she's married to the cross. What is he? Not cross country, but like
I don't know, but
biker guy.
Yeah, but honestly, she's looking pretty good for 46.
She does. Yeah, she's Pink is amazingly talented
for a 46-year-old white woman. I hadn't seen her in years. I was ready to flame her, and I was prepared to refer to her as like beige. But she's looking really good.
So maybe she's really
holding up.
A biracial Black girl that's just white passing, and we will never know. Her opening was amazing. Of course, like all the Tony openings, it was they brought in all the different shows from that year. She remixed Lady Marmalade, which she famously did with Lil' Kim, Maya, and Christina Aguilera. And one of the people...
Don't forget Missy.
Oh, shit, of course. How could I possibly forget Missy?
Wait, you said Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, and there was
Lil' Kim.
And Lil' Kim, yeah. Wait, Missy was also on that song, right?
She was like...
she wasn't the primary four, but she was...
I think she was like an MC in the video or
something like that. Anyhow.
So to take over Lil' Kim's part was Meg Thee Stallion. And she was dressed up in her Ziegler outfit. If you do not know, Meg Thee Stallion is the first female presenting person to play Ziegler in Moulin Rouge on Broadway.
Shout out to her.
She did several weeks of the show. Her run was supposed to end, I think it was like May 19th, because my friends and I were trying to get tickets. But then, unfortunately, she had a health scare and she ended up leaving. So there were some people, mainly Charlemagne, the biggest hater, who were apparently miffed that she was included in the Tony Awards. She both was in the opening and she presented an award. And some folks were allegedly upset that she was included, even though she had left the show early.
Right. So, look, I understand that, sometimes you can't complete the job because of, unforeseen circumstances. These things happen in our lives, right? So I understand that. I also understand why the Tonys would want to include Megan Thee Stallion. She's extremely popular. She's hot right now, especially fresh off of a breakup. She's getting into summer Meg mode, and
she just already put out a little song that was really good.
Historically, summer Meg is always best version of Meg.
Hot girl summer.
You know,
single Meg during the summer is peak Meg.
I don't even know if this is going to be hot girl summer. I think this is going to be something else, like, because you know you don't want to retread on a classic. It could be freshly single summer. All
that wifey shit is done.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what we love. That's what we need. That's what we want. But I was
break up those homes.
When I saw,
that's right. Make all the women who got married regret their choices.
Get out. That's it.
All that wifey shit is done. Honestly, by the end of the summer, I want to see a database to see if there is a sparked divorce rate spike for, you know, like this time compared to last year.
Listen to Megan, okay?
Listen to Megan.
Fuck them. Get out.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was looking to see if there were other people who were stars for a Broadway show who decided to leave early, or if this is some kind of unprecedented thing. Because as someone who lives in New York, loves Broadway shows, I feel like I've known of plenty of people who leave a show early, but I wanted to double check. So 3 people that came up: Darren Criss, he was in the show Maybe Happy Ending. He left early due to personal reasons.
So there were no happy ending.
Jonathan Groff, Hamilton fame. He was in a show Just in Time. His reason for departure was new opportunities.
Oh, so those new opportunities came just in time.
And then Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child fame, she was in the show Death Becomes Her, and she left for health reasons.
Oh, no. So I have nothing for that, even though I'm a stickler for rule of threes.
I know, but you don't want to. Yes, but health concerns, like, those are serious things. We know that Meg had a health concern because I remember the day when.
Was it documented that she legit had a health concern, or was
there was? I think it might have been a day we were recording, and there was these different people tweeting out who were at the show that Meg. They canceled the show that night, or that they canceled it. She left that night because of a health concern. And she was planning to come out. And then I remember it was like a few weeks after she and Clay broke up. And that's when I couldn't get my tickets because she was leaving May 1st.
Okay. So, yeah, she and the production did not provide a single official cause for the early exit. Her departure followed several compounding challenges. Yeah, April 1st, Meg was hospitalized mid-show with extreme exhaustion, dehydration, and low metabolic levels. And yeah, I would just be hesitant to say that it was officially because of health concerns.
It wasn't maybe officially, but
confirm it. You know what I mean?
The assumption is it was health concerns, right? We don't. If whatever it is, we know that people have had various reasons.
I'm sure it was a good reason. I'm sure it was a good, legitimate reason.
Even if it's not a good reason, it's a new opportunity. Is that necessarily a good reason to leave a show you're starring in? No. Personal reasons. No. There's also a slew of stars.
It doesn't set a precedent. The precedent has already been established in the practice.
They leave for whatever the reason they want to leave. And I think that having Meg at the Tonys was great, not only because she worked really hard, for whatever reason she wasn't able to continue, but the fans, people at the show, when I'm watching the clips, they were cheering her on. They loved her.
Sure.
But also, like, the introduction of a hip-hop artist. This is the first time we've had a rapper performing at the Tonys and performing, like, in a show like this.
Sure.
And that is a big deal because, you know, with Broadway, it still has that, like, elite level where Black and brown people have still historically kept out, and having hip hop artists in your show or connected to your show has still been frowned upon, even though we've had Hamilton, but there weren't any rappers in Hamilton, right?
No.
Alicia Keys, It's Alicia Keys' show, the one that Patti LuPone was bitching about.
Was it Songs in A minor? No, that's the name of her album.
That's the name of her album. I think it
This
was
Girl
called,
Is on Fire or something. It has to be
called Hell's Kitchen.
There's no way that Alicia Keys had a Broadway show that wasn't named after a song of hers.
No,
right?
it was called Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, never mind.
It was called Hell's Kitchen, and I remember Patti LuPone like complaining about it. That's when she called the other Broadway actress a bitch, because she was complaining that like, oh, it's too loud and we can hear them and da da da.
Look,
and so
listen, first off, Patti LuPone, I respect her for the work that she has done on
actress.
Broadway. She's a great actress, great actor, thespian. She's trod the boards. However, she is this elitism to her that makes me say Patti LuPone, more like Patti LaGrone.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
unfortunately, as much as I have loved Patti LuPone throughout the years, she came out as a big Karen connected to because of her comments about Black actors on Broadway.
Yeah.
There's still a long way to go for Black actors on Broadway, and different genres being accepted and appreciated. So I love the fact that Megan was there. Everybody else loved the fact that Megan was there. Who cares if she was twerking? Who cares if she was fucking? She may have dropped the F-bomb. They cut it out anyway. These people have all said fuck more times than you could count. So nobody's ears were bleeding because they heard a word.
Patti LuPone strikes me as the kind of person who has "why I never" in her regular rotation of vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what? I say ultimately Megan Thee Stallion being there was a boon to the Tonys, and why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before we wrap things up with the Tonys, I think some celebration is due.
We do have some things to celebrate.
You know, shout out to all of the winners, all of the people who won awards. They're at appropriately, since this is Pride Month, there were some historical winners.
Yes. So Queen Jean, she is the first openly transgender person to win a Tony Award. She's the costume designer for Cats, the Jellicle Ball, which brings Black queer ballroom culture to Broadway. And I really want to see this play. I've seen Cats before, like fun, but not the most amazing thing. But this, great.
Yeah, a list of cats and their names. What a fun show that is.
We also had Queen Latifah. She did a celebration for Chicago.
Yeah.
We recently were watching Chicago, where she plays matron Mama Morton. And she brought out Glee star and Broadway actress Alex Newell, who was playing that role on Broadway. And she came out and sang "When You're Good to Mama." All right, and then also we had Mikel Suleiman, first Black winner of a Tony Award for sound design.
Yes.
So there were so many other Black winners. We obviously went into first Black person. We are excited with a asterisk, because it shouldn't be this long for you to have a Black person winning these awards. Broadway has been around forever, but at the end of the day, we still have to celebrate them, because these people work crazy hard. They're doing the best that they can, and they're putting out work that people love. So celebrating them and celebrating all Black people. I'm rooting for everybody Black.
Exactly. Shout out to all the Tony Award winners. Shout out to all the productions that won, and shout out to all the Black people who made history, and all the Black winners, period, point blank. And that has been Pop Topics. We will move on to the things that made us perturbed, angry, upset, run amok. I can't remember the quote from Malcolm X, but I'm filled with rage, bamboozled, hoodwinked,
led astray,
ran amok. It's time for the things that are making us big mad.
bringing it. What? We gripe, yeah. We're not griping anywhere else. We gripe, yeah. This safe space for us to share. We gripe, yeah. We ain't griping anywhere else. We gripe, yeah.
So usually we go back and forth about the things that are making us mad, but this week is a special joint thing. First and foremost, want to say Boosie Badazz. He's made some transphobic comments.
Per usual.
Would you like to either read or set up the things that he said?
Okay, so first I'm going to read what he said, and then I'm going to share. We have a clip of the video in response.
Yeah.
So Boosie is apparently having a pool party and said that transgendered women would not be allowed. So he tweeted, "Sorry, no T-slurs allowed at the topless pool party. We will be checking Adam's apples and strong facial features and large hands. I tried to be respectful. I said miss." And he said they were going to be checked like a clear bag policy. And then obviously people were upset and irate about this. This is the message that he had for folks in response to his extremely transphobic, misogynistic, and disgusting tweet.
For everybody going nuts about me not wanting at my party, it's the same thing if they say no alcohol in the beer. Whatever we checking for, it's the same thing as people saying you gotta bring clear bag. It's the same thing when you go in a restaurant and they say no rips in the jeans, no hats on. These people own this establishment and there's certain things they don't go for. It's the same thing. But now you want to say you're gay. You want to bully people. Y'all fought for gay rights for 20, 30 years. We said nothing. Maybe we should fight for straight rights. You can't even go against it. If you're not with it, you can't even go against it. Y'all get that offensive. I got real players, real bosses. I mean, football people, NBA people, attorneys, rappers. That's my establishment. If I'm not going for it, I'm not going for it. Simple as that. I don't want nobody licked and tricked. You know, I'm protecting people. I'm protecting a lot of people's reputation. And it's my establishment. Just like when you go to certain restaurants and you can't wear ripped jeans. When you own something, you have the right to set the rules of your establishment. Same thing if you go and see somebody in a prison. Certain clothes you can't wear. Certain things you can't do. This fucking world is out of control.
Boosie, I'm going to make this quick. Sir, no one gives a fuck about your party. And also, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if baseball players, football players, or lawyers, as you put it, are coming to your party. Like, dude, like, fuck you. Fuck your mindset of like, we need straight right nonsense. And fuck this idea of like, ooh, like we gotta exclude the fucking others and we did all this and stuff like that. Like, you, sir, are a fuck nigga. You're a fuck nigga. You're an old nigga. You're an old school nigga with a fuck nigga mindset. Fuck out of here. No one wants to come to your dirty, stanky ass, spelling independent, weirdly pool party. And I'm pretty sure your pool party probably doesn't clean and check for the pH balance and the chlorine balance.
So, one, Boosie, you look like a fucking dingleberry.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I'm so tired of straight men, allegedly straight men, who try to act as if trans women are tricking them by being themselves and the men being attracted to them, and that somehow being offensive to their sensibilities. You are pre-programmed by our extremely homophobic, transphobic society to believe that people are only supposed to look and act one way. And so if someone is showing up as their true self and you are attracted to how they're showing up, somehow it is wrong for that person to be who they are. Now, could there possibly have been trans women who may have wanted to, for whatever reason, come to his funky ass, dirty ass, chopped ass party? Maybe. But if they came there and somebody was attracted to them, whoop-de-fucking-do. You see, you are attracted with your eyes. There's no fucking straight, gay, trans, queer, bi, like centometer. You see someone, you like them, good for you. That's it. And he's just so fucking annoying. He's so obsessed with the queer community. And to have the audacity to talk about, oh, we should have straight rights, when Black people, Black queer people have been fighting for our rights as Black people, have been fighting for our rights as queer people, have been fighting for our rights as just people in general for centuries, for as long as we have documented fucking history. I want you to go crawl into a hole and die.
And finally, closing out why we're mad, we're going to be talking about two unfortunate events that have happened back to back simultaneously. We're going to start with Cyrus Carmack Belton, the young man who was harmed and taken out of this world by the man on the left, Rick Chow, under the assumption that he was robbing Rick Chow's store, which he wasn't. And under this assumption that the young man was pointing a firearm at Rick Chow or Rick Chow's son, again, which he wasn't. Rick Chow was found not guilty of taking Cyrus Carmack Belton from this world, which is already an upsetting thing. It is just sort of history repeating itself. But then we compound that with the story of Carmelo Anthony. In addition to that, the trial of Carmelo Anthony was upsetting. He was charged with taking out and removing Austin Metcalf from this world. The circumstances were questionable, quite frankly. Apparently at a track meet, Metcalf, was harassing Carmelo. Carmelo used a knife, and the trial, which was like a closed proceeding, ultimately ended with the sentencing of Carmelo Anthony being found guilty and sentenced to 35 years jail time. From what I've read and what I understand of the case, the defense was poor. The jury selection had no Black people on it at all. So there's already a question of, if he was really tried by a jury of his peers. And ultimately, both of these cases speak to historical injustices against, people like us, people like our kids. And it's very upsetting. It's so upsetting. I'm not even going to use the drops that I usually use for it because I'm not trying to make light of this. It upsets me. It hurts me. And it makes me fearful to bring a child into this world just so that the world at large and the society that we live in at large to see them as just a YN. And that makes me upset. And that makes me sad.
We have historically over the last 400 plus years that Black people have been in this country, we have been continuously abused, harmed, harassed, assaulted, unalived because of someone else's disdain, regardless of whether we are committing an act, a criminal activity, or just walking around and doing whatever. And I think this is the part when we talk about Black Lives Matter and we are so gung-ho about getting equitable justice. This is what we're talking about. Because Cyrus, Carmack, Belton, young boy, murdered for the only reason was that someone thought he stole something from their store. Yes, he had a gun on him. He never pointed the gun at anyone. He was running away from Rick Chow, and still the jury found Rick Chow not guilty. So what is it that you have to do to be found guilty for murdering a child? We have so many instances where Black people are harassed, assaulted, accosted, and nothing happens to the perpetrators. And then on the flip side, you have this terrible tragedy. Austin Metcalf is no longer alive. He is a child, allegedly murdered by another child. But when you take into account what people were saying about what transpired at that track meet, that Karmelo was being bullied, he was being harassed, and we don't know what happened because the video footage they have is very blurry. It doesn't really tell the scene. All we know is something transpired, and unfortunately, Austin Metcalf is no longer here. This is a tragedy for both families, okay? But the tragedy is compounded by the fact that this young boy, 3.7 GPA, track star, football star, going places in his life, is no longer afforded the opportunity to have a second chance because they looked at him, they saw someone they feared, and they decided it was not anything to send this boy to jail for 35 fucking years. If he spends the whole time, he will be older than his parents. Older than his parents are now when he gets out. And I think that when we talk about abolition, it's in cases like these where someone could have had a response that was exaggerated, that was a mistake, what have you, but is also a child. His frontal lobe isn't developed. He's not a finished person. Was he in his right mind? We don't know. And you should be allowed to get the same kind of second chance that we know many white boys have had. Kyle Rittenhouse literally came out and pew-pewed someone at a protest and is walking around free. It's not to say that Carmelo Anthony should not have any kind of justice have with him, whether he had to have suspension or house arrest or whatever, but there's so many other things that could have been done than sending this boy to jail for 35 years.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
And they never will,
and
unfortunately.
That is what's making us mad, but we're not going to end on such a sullen note because we are not sullen people. We are people of joy. We're going to end on the things that are making us happy.
I'm the baby merchant, chops are us. I give you all the service and no damn fuss. Give the baby merchant just a week or two. I'll have your baby for you.
What's making you happy this week? What's making you happy this week?
Number one, the fucking Knicks. Knicks.
Yeah.
Knicks in 4, baby. Or 5. The fucking Knicks. Okay. And then also today, my students, we took them to Brick.
Sure.
Because we have been working over the past 10 weeks with Brick with a partnership to create art, stop motion, and doing different film things with them. We got to go to Brick, see their artwork they created, see the little stop motion movie they created, and that was really cool.
Sure.
So if you are in Brooklyn, if you're traveling to Brooklyn, go to Brick. I believe they're going to be showcasing this artwork until August. So go out and see it. It's great to be able to see your students see their work on display. They were really excited getting to see all the different things that Brick has to offer. And just get excited about it. So that made me happy.
Fantastic. As for me, doing this podcast with you, but also shout out to reconnecting with an old friend. Shout out to Shakita J from Baltimore. Has recently a promotion. Fantastic. And just reconnecting with an old friend from my what I call my origins, which is always a welcome appreciation, because usually when I say my origins, I usually mean college. It's very rare that I get to connect with people from like my actual origins, from like legit Baltimore days. You don't even know a number. You could probably count on one hand the people pre-college from my life. Yeah. So
also,
it's fun.
Shout out to Keith and Danny for being with us in the trenches. Our Howard besties who are always there with us to do shenanigans.
Sure.
We've been watching the Knicks with them, and we got to spend time with them on Monday and watch. So shout out to them.
Absolutely. And that's everything that's making us happy. I want to thank everybody for watching the show. I want to thank y'all for checking us out. We will be back next week with more of this. Until next time, I am Mo, aka Kid Licorish.
And I'm Odie.
And we will see you. Take it easy, keep it sleazy. Bye.
Thanks for listening, Nerds.
Keep the show growing. Listen, comment, and download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or watch full episodes on YouTube.
Follow the show at Black and Snerdy.
Follow me at Licorish is Legit.
Find me at that'sod_e on Twitter and at that'sod.e on Instagram.
This is the Black and Snerdy podcast,
where nerds of a feather flock together.